This is a shocking true event that just happened. A woman's entire face was mauled by her beloved dog, leaving her disfigured. Now I'm going to make up a terrifying story using animation. That day, I was caught in a heavy downpour on my way home from school. Even though I used my backpack to shield myself, the rain still soaked me to the skin. Because my home was far away, I had no choice but to find somewhere to take shelter from the rain. Fortunately, the town I passed through was almost deserted, with most of the houses empty. I came to a house that had a seal on the door, indicating it had been vacant for a long time. Although there were no residents inside, I still thought it would be impolite to dirty the room, so I left my muddy shoes at the door and hung my backpack and jacket on the coat rack. But it was precisely this action that brought me trouble. Out of curiosity, I started exploring the whole house, hoping to pass the time that way. When I reached the master bedroom on the second floor, a brand new notebook caught my attention, because it clearly didn't belong in this dilapidated room. Driven by curiosity, I opened it to take a look, but it was all written in Korean, which I couldn't understand at all. Just as I was looking confused, I suddenly heard someone downstairs calling my name, which startled me and made me stand up in a hurry. Could someone actually be living here? What was even scarier was that he actually knew my name. He must have opened my backpack. Thinking of this, I wanted to escape through the window, but my backpack and clothes were by the door. Because of that, I had no choice but to go downstairs. I saw a middle-aged man blocking my way, holding two huskies by their leashes, looking extremely fierce. He said something I couldn't make out, and the two dogs started barking at me. Frightened, I collapsed onto the ground, tears streaming uncontrollably down my face, while he let out a terrifying laugh. Then, with a single command, the two dogs charged at me like they had gone mad. I hurriedly got up and ran for my life, but they were just too fast. I could feel their mouths already touching my heels, and even their slobber was sticking to me. But I didn't dare look back. I dashed into a bedroom and locked the door behind me, but they kept ramming the door with their heads. I quickly looked around, searching for a place to hide. Sure enough, there was a vent, and without hesitation, I crawled right in. But I hadn't gone far when I heard the door being smashed open. The vent was getting narrower and narrower, and in the end, I realized it was a dead end. Soon after, they caught up to me. If I died here, no one would ever find out, so I lifted my legs and kept kicking their big heads with my big feet, because if I wasn't careful, my feet would become dog food. I don't know how many hours passed, but I felt completely exhausted. At that moment, I heard the man give an order, and the two dogs hurriedly ran out. That was how I narrowly escaped. Fortunately, my toes were only slightly injured. After a long while, I finally crawled out, grabbed my backpack, and ran home. When my father found out, he immediately called the police. Later, I learned that man was a pervert who always brought two dogs to live in empty houses. From then on, I never dared to enter a stranger's house again. Follow me for a new bedtime story every day.